Greetings, my beautiful soul. Welcome back to my Healing Journeys channel. I appreciate you, your presence, your support, and I hope that these videos are helpful to you and your healing journey. So today I wanted to record a video kind of sharing the process that I've been going through to release trauma from my body. And even though the trauma is stuck in the body, for myself anyway, I found that just doing physical things to release that wasn't enough, because often this trauma has negative beliefs, negative patterns stuck there, and in order to release them, it's very helpful to become aware of them. And I've been using, well, first let me just say that the trauma that's stuck in different parts of your body can have multiple origins. So it can be from your own personal trauma that you've experienced in this life. It can be from your ancestors and passed down to you. And it can also be from the collective. So there is some trauma that is, for example, for myself, the trauma that women have experienced as a collective over the centuries, millennia. And in general, the trauma of human beings in war and violence, all of that is actually stored in our bodies. And so I've been using two different methods, mainly, to work through that. So one is called internal family systems, which is a form of therapy where in meditation you connect to a part of your body. Both the methods you have that in common. You connect to a part of your body that is in pain or is trying to get your attention, and you tune in and you kind of you can do this on your own or with a therapist, but essentially the grounded strong part of you, the centered part of you, communicates with the traumatized part. And that traumatized part can be stuck in the past. It can be a little baby, and so it's a little bit hard to communicate. So some of it is just feeling, and partly we want to tune in and feel and release the negative emotion that's stuck there. But also, if you converse with that part, it will tell you what it needs. Often it needs, well, first of all, it needs to know that you are now safe. You're not in that place anymore. You're not that little child anymore. That will bring it some relief. And then you can allow other parts of your body to hold that part, to support it. And that part will tell you what other part of your body can support it or what it needs from you. It can be really unusual things, I should say, things that you might not logically expect, but your intuition will tell you. So if, for example, if it's a baby part, it might need a lot of nurturing, like the way babies need nurturing that you may not have received. Hugs and food, and you know, sometimes you just need to do something to help that little child play, these kinds of things. And as I said, once you tune in, it will tell you what it needs. So that's one method that I've been using. And recently today, actually, I did a healing session, a very intense and incredible healing session of a method called the Dalian method. I'll write the information in the comment, in the description of the video. So I'm not that familiar with it. I've just done it. But basically, it wasn't tuning into, it was kind of going through a progression of the chakras and tuning into each chakra and what are the thought forms. Thought forms are just kind of the limiting beliefs that are running in our heads. They can get stuck in those parts of the body, and saying the negative thought form and then breathing out into that part of the body, like strong breath, breathing out, and then afterwards into the feet and into the head to release the energy. So it was like a 2-hour session of going through the chakras from the bottom up. There were a lot of things there, and some of which I knew and some of which I wasn't aware of. And sometimes there are many layers to what needs to be released. So there'll be a, kind of the surface layer, but you have to keep going deeper until you get to the root of it. And a lot of the root is really a feeling of not being safe. Again, as I said, stemming from the violence, the collective violence that has been going on throughout history. And so I released all those things and now I have like a 40-day practice of integrating. And the integration is really about meditating. So at the end, you connect to your truth and your essence and what you're here to do. And you see how the negative things that happen in your life were there to push you to find that thing, basically. And the practice of integration is meditating and connecting to that truth, that awareness, nurturing yourself. Let me see, what else am I supposed to do? Oh, a very important thing. So even when you clear trauma in this way, there's still, your body has been in this pattern for decades, and that is very familiar. So those things may come, will probably come. So another part of the practice is to become aware as soon as a negative pattern shows itself, a negative thought or some negative feeling, and kind of nip it in the bud. Decide what is the best way to shift that in the moment, so that it doesn't get stuck and grow. Because that's one of the things that I've struggled with a lot, where even when I'm doing much better, there can be times when I just get really stuck in a negative emotion and thought pattern. And it can take like hours or even a whole day to kind of get out of that. So coming up with your own method of releasing that before it grows. So I'm going to try the method of just breathing and releasing, breathing into that part of the body and releasing it. Other things that work for me are showers, being in water, drumming, dancing, listening to upbeat music, all of those things, whatever works for you. And just knowing that those patterns are not the truth, those negative thoughts that you've been maybe not aware of for a long time, but they have been there. and now you're becoming aware. It can be a little scary when you start to become aware of all those thoughts, because they're quite negative. So but it's good to be aware. Awareness is the first step. You know, a lot of before that you just feel bad and you don't even know why. That's you know, but everything is a step. So so I guess that's about it. If you have any questions about these methods or what I do, feel free to leave a comment. And or if you have other methods you want to share with everyone, please leave a comment. And hopefully I will be updating you again as I go through this practice over the next 40 days and see where it takes me. Very exciting. Okay, I'm sending you all the love. Be strong, and remember, there is beauty and light at the end of the tunnel. And if you find yourself in a dark place, the dark is trying to lead you to the light. And if you want to work with me, please reach out. My email is in my channel description and my website. So have a look, and I'd love to support you in your healing journey. Take care.